Okay, I think we're going to get started. We were waiting a few minutes on one legislator to show up, but I think we have enough for a quorum, correct? Well, we'll find out. So, good morning, actually. It's usually afternoon, but this is our regular session for the end of the year meeting, dated Thursday, December 15th, 2022. And at this time, I would ask that you all turn off your cell phones and any electronic devices you may have. And please join me in standing for a moment of silence and a pledge to the flag. This time, I would ask the clerk to please read the roll call.
Fagione?
Here.
Paduk? Amo? Excuse me, Anagnestakis? Benton?
Here.
Brescia?
Here.
Cheney?
Here.
Ellers?
Here.
Hines?
Here.
Lujan? Menuda? O'Donnell?
Here.
Ramos? Riskevich?
Here.
Sassy?
Here.
Sierra? Stiganga? Sutherland? Totel? Tui? Benelli. 14 present, 7 absent.
I believe there's no public participation that has been signed up to speak. But before we get started with the rest of our meeting, we would like to pause for a moment, and I would ask that the majority leader join me at the podium up in front while we recognize a special individual that has been with this legislature for 25 years. Okay, so we're going to have to ask Rodney to step away from the camera. He's been with us for 25 years, photographing, and for the prosperity of the history of the legislature. You have been videotaping us and taking all our pictures for 25 years, and this will be your last meeting, and it is with much sadness that I say goodbye to you. So if you'd like to, I want to wish you all the luck. You've made us all look really good.
It wasn't that hard.
So we appreciate it. Tom, did you want to say something?
Rodney, thanks so much for making sure that the public can witness what goes on here in the people's room. And as I always like to say, you got the best hair in the business. So thanks for all your service, my friend. I appreciate you.
Did you want to say anything, Rodney?
It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve this body for 25 plus years. And I wish you all well. Thank you.
All success. Thank you so much.
Just a few of us have been here for all 25. Please raise your hands. President, raise your hands.
Mike's not here. Mike Perdue.
Mike Perdue.
No, he couldn't be here.
Mike came up, but just a few. Yep.
So best of luck to you.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for indulging us there for a moment. At this point, I'd like to call on Majority Leader Fagione.
Thank you. Madam Chair, I move to approve the minutes of June 2nd, 2022.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the motion is carried. And I'll give a moment to Legislator Ramos, who just arrived. I would ask that her attendance now be recorded. And we will move on to our agenda, the last agenda for the year. Numbers 1 through 4 are tax resolutions, and they will be voted on collectively. So at this point, we will start with it is a voice vote. So there are miscellaneous tax resolutions for the town of Crawford and town of Montgomery, Monroe, Palm Tree, and Woodbury. Those are the sewer district ones. This is a voice vote, so all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion is carried. A5 is received and filed, and then number 5.
Legislator Benton with Legislator Tortel as co-sponsor. Resolution accepting and confirming the report of the clerk of the legislature of the apportionment of the county budget as adopted for the ensuing year.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried. A6 is received and filed. Number 6.
Legislator Benton with Legislator Tortel as a co-sponsor. Resolution approving the report of the clerk of the legislature of the apportionment of the town budgets and levying upon the respective towns for town purposes pursuant to Article 8 of a town law and upon the respective districts thereof for district purposes pursuant to several provisions of a town law.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried. A7 is received and filed. Number 7.
Legislators Benton with Legislator Tortel as a co-sponsor. Resolution approving the summaries of taxes and special assessments to be levied in the several towns, districts, and cities, and directing the extension of said taxes on the assessment rolls pursuant to Section 900 of the Real Property Tax Law.
Second.
Again, this is a voice vote, so all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion is carried. Number 8.
Legislator Benton with Legislator Tortel as co-sponsor. Resolution approving the completed tax rolls of the several towns and cities and directing the execution and delivery of warrants for the collection of the taxes extended thereon pursuant to Section 904 of the Real Property Tax Law.
Second.
Again, this is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? We move on to number 9.
Legislator Fagione, resolution of the Orange County Legislature establishing and reporting the standard workday for elected officials to the New York State and local employees retirement system.
Second.
Again, a voice vote. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion is carried, and we move on to number 10, and this will be a roll call vote.
Legislators Benton and O'Donnell with Legislator Tortel as co-sponsor. Resolution adopting the intergovernmental agreement for the provision of endpoint protection and response services.
Second.
Questions or comments? All right, when you're ready, if you would call the roll, please.
Fagione? Yes. Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 15 ayes.
Number 11, and this is a voice vote.
Legislators Benton and Tortel, resolution authorizing the Commissioner of Finance for the County of Orange to make refunds or corrections of taxes for amounts of $2,500 or less.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Motion is carried, and we move on to number 12.
Legislators Benton, Cheney, Hines with Legislator Tortel as co-sponsor. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Department of Planning to accept and appropriate federal 5311 funds from the New York State Department of Transportation pursuant to Section 99-H of the General Municipal Law and Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Questions or comments? This is a voice vote, so all in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion is carried, and we go to number 13.
Legislators Benton and Tortel, resolution authorizing the private sale and conveyance of certain county-owned lands acquired by reason of a failure to redeem said lands from a tax sale to Orange County pursuant to Section 10184 of the Real Property Tax Law and Orange County Amended Local Law Number 2 of 2010.
Second.
Questions or comments? Again, this is a voice vote, so all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried. Number 14, please.
Legislators Benton, Bresch, and Cheney, with Legislator Tortel as co-sponsor, resolution authorizing the implementation and funding of 100% of the cost of a transportation project which may be eligible for federal aid and/or state aid or reimbursement from Bridge New York funds.
Second.
Questions or comments? It's a voice vote, so all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried. Number 15, please.
Legislators Toohey and Benton, resolution authorizing the county executive to accept a proposed right-of-way dedication parcel in the town of Walk Hill.
Second.
Questions or comments? All right, this is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion is carried, and we move on to number 16, which will be a roll call vote.
Legislators Sassy, O'Donnell, Benton, Bresch, and Cheney, resolution to authorize Orange County Community College to use unencumbered funds to create a new capital project for a new building management system.
Second.
Questions or comments? Hearing none, we'll call the roll.
Fagione?
Yes.
Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, excuse me, Tortel, Toohey, Benelli. 15 ayes.
Number 17, please.
Legislators Sassy, O'Donnell, Benton, Bresch, and Cheney, with Legislator Tortel as co-sponsor. Bond resolution dated December 15, 2022. Bond resolution of the County of Orange, New York, authorizing the construction of various capital improvements, including planning thereof, to facilities at Orange County Community College, stating the estimated total cost thereof is $2,045,000, appropriating said amount therefore, including $1,022,500 to be received from the state of New York, and authorizing the issuance of $1,022,500 bonds of the county to pay the balance of the cost thereof.
Second.
Right, this is a 2/3 vote, so it will be a roll call, but are there any questions or comments on this? Before we call the roll, I would just like to recognize our representatives from the community college that are here with us today, and we thank them for presenting at 2 committees this previous month and explaining all of the particulars with their projects that they want to do, and thank you for joining us here this morning. No questions or comments, then we will call the roll.
Fagione?
Yes.
Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Toohey, Benelli. 15 ayes.
Okay, we move to number 18, which is also a bond resolution.
Legislators Sutherland, Tortel, Benton, Hines, and O'Donnell. Bond resolution dated December 15, 2022. Bond resolution of the County of Orange, New York, authorizing the replacement of the roofs at county facilities, stating the estimated maximum cost thereof is $3,600,000, appropriating said amount therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $3,600,000 bonds of the county to finance said appropriation.
Second.
Questions or comments? Right, please call the roll, and this is a 2/3 vote as well.
Fagione?
Yes.
Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Toohey, Benelli. 15 ayes.
Number 19.
Legislators Toohey and Tortel. Resolution authorizing the Orange County Executive on behalf of the Orange County Office for the Aging to enter into intermunicipal agreements between the County of Orange and the Village of Greenwood Lake, Town of Blooming Grove, Town of Cornwall, Village of Montgomery, and Town of Warwick for 2023 senior and congregate centers, pursuant to General Municipal Law, Section 1190.
Second.
Questions or comments? All right, this is a voice vote, so all in favor?
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? The motion is carried. Number 20.
Legislators Menuda, Benton, Sassy, and Sutherland. An act amending the appropriate Orange County employment schedules to create fiscal director at the Orange County Department of Community Development pursuant to Section 2.02I of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
All right, this is a roll call vote, so are there any questions or comments before we call the roll? Okay.
Fagion?
Yes.
Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 15 ayes.
Okay, number 21, please.
Legislators Brescia, Benton, Sutherland, and Tortel. An act amending the appropriate Orange County employment schedules to create Director of Environmental Health Services at the Orange County Department of Health pursuant to Section 2.02I of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Questions or comments? Legislator Cheney.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. At Personnel and Compensation Committee meeting, I raised questions regarding the differences between these two positions. And I was told that the one position that we are approving today did not require a licensure as a professional engineer. New York State law that governs professional engineering, the PE has a legal obligation to safeguard the life, health, and property, much the same as medical professionals and attorneys. No cutting corners. Failure to comply with the law could result in the loss of licensure and basically end a career. We have two positions, or two category positions in the county health department that require professional engineering licensure. So because of that, that we have employees that have those licenses, their licenses are basically on the line when it comes to reviewing important projects. The most prominent of which are our water supplies, which we rely on not only the municipality or the private entity to bring that water to their consumers, but the Orange County Health Department and the professional engineers there to work to make sure that that water is safe to drink. I've had discussions with both Langdon Chapman and Dr. Pointer since that meeting, and regarding this concern, and I've been assured by both that they appreciate the importance of the professional engineer license in choosing a candidate for this position. I'd like to also thank our counsel Betsy Abraham, who assisted me in better understanding a lot of the nuances that go along with this. So my initial concern, having been addressed by Langdon and also Dr. Pointer, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be voting for it today, and I would encourage you to do likewise. Thank you.
Thank you, Legislator Cheney, and thank you for doing the additional research for this. We appreciate it. Any other questions or comments? All right, let's call the roll.
Fagion?
Yes.
Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 15 ayes, Madam Chairwoman, and the desk is clear.
That was quick. Before we do close, I'd like to call on Legislator Sassy. He had brought something to my attention along with some of our other colleagues after a few meetings and statutory meetings in December. So we did take some action, and I'd like to give the floor to Legislator Sassy to talk a little bit about what we did, because this legislature is very proud of recognizing the needs there and getting into action as quickly as possible. And with my thanks to Legislator Sassy, the floor is yours, sir.
I'm just going to stand up.
You're going to need a microphone or else we're not going to hear it.
So I got 45 minutes? Get a mic, at least.
You need a mic, though.
45 minutes? All right, well, since we're done early, you know, I'm going to go back to my teaching years now. Rodney, am I on?
I may regret this, huh?
You ready? Yeah, ready.
This one? Okay. Yeah, I know you want to get home and watch Frosty the Snowman, too. Okay. All right, thank you, Chair Benelli. Last month, I filled up my oil tank. I called my oil guy, and he filled it up, and it was $6.12 a gallon. And I was shocked, as anybody would be. And I paid the bill, and I started thinking that it's not even winter yet. It's been freezing cold. We're expecting snow tonight. And how expensive that was, and I was glad that I was able to afford it and pay for it. But I thought how many Orange County residents, our friends and our neighbors, are not able to pay for their oil or their natural gas or propane or even wood pellets or electricity. It's pretty sad. So it got me thinking, what options are out there available for our residents? With energy costs still hovering at all-time highs, we went from energy independence to now being a dependent nation on foreign sources, especially for oil. How are people going to afford it? Because it's going to come down for a lot of people, sadly, heat or eat. And it's your neighbors. It's a veteran, Legislator Fagione in Cutterbackville. It's a senior citizen in Pine Bush that I met. And there's HEAP. You've all heard of HEAP. If you talk to Darcy Miller, if you were at the meeting, HEAP applications opened on November 1st. They're already through the roof. Yet not everybody meets the HEAP criteria. Where do they go? What do they do? Salvation Army, maybe. My Rotary, I know, helps people out. Other Rotaries do. Where do they go? Well, in 2005, this legislature, I wasn't here, several members are still here today, created an Orange County Fuel Fund. And that fund is budgeted in the Department of Social Services and then administered by RECAP in Middletown. And its purpose is to capture those people who are caught in between, that they may not reach or meet the criteria, as I said, for HEAP, but they still need a couple $100. In the case of the veteran in Cutterbackville, he had his propane tank locked. So he needed a few $100s to get it unlocked to get some propane in so he had heat. So the Orange County Fuel Fund, created by this legislature in 2005, is still in existence. So there's an alternative. But the amount there, I thought, was not enough going into this winter season. As I said, it's cold already. So I approached Chair Benelli and Majority Leader Fagione. I spoke to the county executive, and all were 100% supportive. And I went through the proper channels. Chair of Ways and Means, Lee Benton, was gracious enough at the last minute to allow myself and Commissioner Darcy Miller to come in and talk about the fuel fund and see what we could do to help our people. So all across the board, there's been tremendous support. So today, I'm proud to announce that this legislature, bipartisan, everybody here, saw the need to increase that fuel fund. And today we've more than doubled the Orange County Fuel Fund to help our friends and neighbors in Orange County meet the growing financial needs, energy needs to heat their homes. It shouldn't come down to heat or eat, and we can do a better job. And you know what? All the folks behind me, the county executive, all agreed, and we got the job done. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and I look forward to helping more residents in Orange County. Thank you.
Thank you, Legislator Sassy.
Kevin, how was that? Fast enough? That was fantastic.
And at this time, I would like to thank each and every one of you. This is our last meeting for 2022. It's been a very interesting year. We started off in January where we weren't even sitting in this chamber. So we've come a long way. We've come a long way with the technology we use to communicate to our constituents and all the residents and people of Orange County. So we've made some great strides. We went through a relatively very smooth budget process, and we joined together to do our job, to serve the constituents of Orange County. That's what we were elected to do. And it's been a pleasure working for each and every one of you. It's been a pleasure utilizing each one of your individual talents to be able to be as successful as we've been. In conjunction with the county executive and his staff, I see that the Deputy County Executive, Harry Poor, is with us, along with the Finance Department, and quite frankly, we've kept them super busy, and as they have with us, but they've been very, very supportive. We've gone through a lot of changes in personnel throughout the departments here, and everybody has risen to the challenge, and we have moved along as smoothly as we possibly can. And now we look forward to the future in 2023. But before that, I would really like to thank not only all of you here, but our staff. The staff has been absolutely incredible, and I'm sure each and every one of you out there would agree. They go above and beyond each and every day to make us all look good. So I just want to thank them from the bottom of my heart, because they've made my job, along with everyone else here, a lot easier. So with that, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, very Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and whatever you may be celebrating as we work towards a very happy New Year. All the best. Thank you. Motion to close. Second. All in favor? Thank you all very much.